Imagine, if you will, Shane Douglas, an extreme original, an absolute legend, the franchise. Charleston, West Virginia, known in its rich wrestling history for carnage and bedlam. Fantastic Bobby Fulton, another legend in his own right. But don't stop your imagination there. Think of 6 other competitors, but only one will be the first no-holds-barred champion.
World Fighting Showcase, along with Mega Pro Wrestling, presents Lethal Limits, Friday, July 12th in Marmet, West Virginia.
The AIWF Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as Eric Darkstorm, the proud champion, will defend here in Marmet against the Gift Jason Kincaid. Now, these two are no strangers to one another, so they'll have each other very well scouted coming into this contest. But maybe the most highly anticipated matchup of Lethal Limits pits champion versus champion. The WFS television champion, the Ultimate Athlete, David Anthony, finds himself in an unfamiliar situation as he is the challenger against the American heavyweight champion, the Golden Terror. Now, that's not all. That matchup will be last man standing. So the first person to incapacitate his opponent will walk out of Marmet and Lethal Limits as the WFS American Heavyweight Champion. Charleston, West Virginia has a rich history of big wrestling events, and tonight, just down the road in Marmet, will be absolutely no different as we bring you Lethal Limits. This night will be unique because we will have a tournament where every match has a Lethal Limits stipulation. You will see chairs, you will see ladders, bull ropes, and even chains. Tonight, you will truly see what Charleston, West Virginia wrestling has to offer. Now, without further ado, let's go live to the Marmet Rec Center in Marmet, West Virginia. Introducing first from Roanoke, Virginia, Sean Cruz. And his opponent from Niagara Falls, New York, the Hustler, the
Hello, fight fans. Dallas Danger here. Very excited to be with you
for WFS Lethal Limits. We are in Marmet, West Virginia, and we're kicking things off with high stakes as Sean Cruz faces off with the Hustler to get bundles. Winner of this contest will earn the 8th and final spot in the tournament to crown the first ever WFS No Holds Barred champion. Cruz working over the arm here in the beginning stages of the match. Nice reversal there and a takedown by Yet Bundles. Arm drag sends Sean Cruz reeling and out to the apron to regain his composure. Pleads with the official, does Sean Cruz here, perhaps trying to say that was an illegal hold. Despite all the matches in the tournament we'll see tonight, having stipulations and varying rules, this is a straight up one-on-one contest with traditional rules. And Sean Cruz may be looking to use that to his advantage as he cinches in a side headlock on the Hustler to get Bundles. Bundles fights out of it. Cruz ducks under the clothesline, now off the ropes again. Pace picking up here, and that certainly plays into the hands of the get Bundles. Nice drop kick there, and again Cruz goes to the outside off the apron. Cruz ducks under once, but flying knee by Bundles takes down Sean Cruz, and the fans as always behind the get here in Marmet. Bundles backing Cruz into the corner. Reversal by Sean Cruz. Catches the boot to get Bundles, and now a back elbow as the Hustler fights out of the corner. Flurry of offense from Bundles, goes for the slam. Now we've got a back and forth. Again, Cruz eludes the slam, jawbreaker, stuns Bundles, swinging neck breaker by the Roanoke, Virginia native Sean Cruz. Slow to get to the cover, but finally hooks the leg and gets a count of 2. Now to the throat goes Sean Cruz, choking to get Bundles. Not relenting in his offense. Cruz looking to wear down to get Bundles and earn his spot in the No Holds Barred Championship tournament here tonight. Get fights out of the hold. Went for a cross body, but ducked under by Sean Cruz. Another cover and another kick out by to get Bundles. Now Cruz dumps Bundles to the outside, and to get hitting hard on that flooring outside of the ring here in the Marmet Recreation Center. As Sean Cruz takes the boots. 2 to get Bundles. Bouncing to get face first off the apron of the ring where lumber meets steel. Certainly both these men want to earn their spot in the tournament.
It gives them the opportunity to become the first ever no-holds-barred champion in the World Fighting Showcase. Reversal by to get Bundles. He is not done yet, but he meets the back elbow of Sean Cruz. Cruz went to the second turnbuckle there, but Bundles very wisely sweeping the legs out from under Cruz, and both men are down as the referee begins his count. Both men back to their feet, exchanging rights. Cruz and Bundles both staggering here. Cruz comes off the ropes. Connects with a right, but now to get Bundles putting together some offense. Cut off by Sean Cruz very quickly, though. Cruz off the ropes, uppercut by to get Bundles. Kick to the back by the Hustler, drops the foot down with that stomp. Next snap by to get Bundles, could be closing in on a win. 1, 2, shoulders up. To get Bundles almost can't believe it as he looks at the ref to make sure that wasn't 3. Cruz goes to the eyes as both fighters are back to their feet, and he's calling for the end, but a back body drop out of the reversal by to get Bundles. The Hustler will look to pick up the pace, but not heeding the referee's count in the corner. Going right back to Sean Cruz. And again, the referee having to get physically involved here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner as a result of a disqualification, advancing into the no-holds-barred tournament, Sean Cruz.
Get Bundles has been disqualified by the official, and Sean Cruz will move into the no-holds-barred tournament.
the Crown Viking Prince, Drew Denton Tolliver. And his opponent, Drex
First quarterfinal matchup in the No Holds Barred Championship Tournament, and Drew Denton Tolliver goes right for Drex Dyer. Both fighters connected to their respective ends of that chain. And the chain coming into play immediately here as Tolliver wrapping up Drex Dyer, pulling him into the steel ring post. Now using the chain to choke Drex Dyer. Relentless attack by the Crown Viking Prince, Drew Denton Tolliver. Taking the boots to Drex Dyer here in the first round of the No Holds Barred tournament. Every match in the tournament will have a stipulation similar to this match being a chain match. Clothesline on the outside takes down Drex Dyer, and Tolliver not relenting whatsoever. Has used the chain in his favor since the word go, but Drex Dyer trying to fight back from his knees on the outside. Very little the official can do in this situation. Fans in the front row scurry away as Tolliver throws Drex Dyer into their chairs. Tolliver continuing to shorten that chain and not allow Drex Dyer to get away, but Drex withstands the offense and fights back. Now Dyer has the chain wrapped around the neck of Drew Denton Tolliver and has a little fun with some of the young fight fans in the front row here in Marmet. Back in the ring, Tolliver trying to regain the upper hand, but he's dropped by Drex Dyer into that cross face, using the chain for leverage. And Tolliver taps out.
Here's your winner, Drex Dyer.
Drex Dyer celebrates.
Introducing first from Roanoke, Virginia, Sean Cruz.
quarterfinal match in the No Holds Barred tournament. This is a taped fist match. Mr. DDT himself, Bruce Gray, taking on Sean Cruz. Of course, we've already seen Sean Cruz in action once tonight. How will that come into play here? In this taped fist match, Cruz not exactly eager to engage in fisticuffs with the man from Knock'em Stiff, Ohio, Bruce Gray. Now Cruz wanting to lock up, test of strength, ducks under. Vicious right hand attempt by Gray. Have to imagine if that had connected, this one would have been over very quickly. But Cruz wisely ducks under out of the way, and we're back to square one here. Bruce Gray drawing a proverbial line in the sand between he and Sean Cruz, and now Cruz, boot to the gut, goes to work on Bruce Gray, choosing to wrestle rather than box with Gray. Cruz using the ropes, every bit of the ring as a part of his offense. Great crowd here in Marmet, seems to be behind Bruce Gray. Bit of a change of pace there as Gray fights out of the hold of Sean Cruz, who once again ducks out of the ring, and that just fires up Bruce Gray. Gray gives chase, but is met once again with the boot of Sean Cruz. Cruz into the post, but ducks under the chop of Bruce Gray, whose hand bounces off the steel. Now Cruz tosses Gray back inside the ropes. Cruz ducks under another right, drops the arm of Bruce Gray down to the mat. Gray favoring that left arm and shoulder. And Cruz will take full advantage. Sean Cruz continuing to work over the arm and shoulder area of Bruce Gray. But Bruce fighting back even as a one-armed man. Looks like he might have been going for the DDT there, but Cruz reverses out of it very quickly. Now Cruz taking the boots to Gray. Perhaps closing in on a win that would advance Sean Cruz into the semifinals. The abuse of Bruce Gray continues here. Bruce Gray fights back, jawbreaker now. A series of right hands shoots off Sean Cruz. Drop kick by Bruce Gray takes down Cruz. Bruce still feeling the effects of the attack by Sean Cruz, and just like that, Cruz is back in the driver's seat. Punishing the shoulder rotator cuff of Bruce Gray. Fans getting behind Bruce Gray here again. Uncharacteristic, but nonetheless, they are willing Bruce Gray to his feet. But not for long. Sean Cruz once again takes down Mr. DDT, Bruce Gray. Cruz now goes to the second turnbuckle. Bruce Gray out of the way. Sean Cruz was looking to drop that tape fist down on Bruce Gray, but nothing doing. Who's going to get to their feet first? It is Bruce Gray. Gray goes on the attack now. Short arm clothesline out of the corner. Side kick by Bruce Gray. Knee lift takes down Sean Cruz. He's winding up that right. What an impressive clothesline by Bruce Gray. Gray bashing his shoulder into the turnbuckle, maybe looking to put it back into socket there. DDT lands by Bruce Gray, hooks the leg, 1, 2, and 3.
Here's your winner, Bruce Gray.
Bruce Gray will advance to the semifinals.
Regardless of stipulation, 2019, my DDT, it still works. I ain't done yet.
I'd like to see the tattoo guy. You've always seen a Viking. That's not straight now. That's a different
Look at all these people sitting on their asses when the franchise comes. Put the damn music! Marmot! Charleston! West Virginia! The one thing I noticed is this sure as hell ain't Pittsburgh. Yeah! I want to clarify something to you, especially you Turks over here. What you're looking at in the ring, young lady, is the closest thing this sport has to royalty. Because when an Irish jackass named Vince McMahon tried to kill it and has done so to today, I pulled the business on my shoulders, and saved the professional wrestling business in a company called ECW. I never considered myself a sports entertainer for you little kiddies. I consider myself a damn great athlete, a professional wrestler, in fact the best in the world. And I come from a place called Pittsburgh, by God, Pennsylvania. It's the center of the sports universe. You've heard of the Pittsburgh Pirates? You've heard of the Pittsburgh Steelers? You've heard of the Pittsburgh Penguins? You've heard of some other wrestlers by the name of Kurt Angle, Larry Zbyszko, Bruno Sammartino. Well, tonight, young lady, you're looking at the greatest professional wrestler from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So when I come to a crap hole like Marmette, West Virginia, I expect people like you to get to your feet and pay me the homage I deserve. The respect that I've earned, young lady, I've earned. Now I'm sorry to have to give you some disappointment tonight. Because there's a guy coming out that you remember that used to be part of the great tag team. Well, because of the disrespect you showed, I'm going to kick his ass fast, and I'm going back to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hit his damn music.
I told you it's gonna be bad. Bobby, 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 Bobby,
Cut the music! Now I'm going to tell you something right now, Mr. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're not in Pittsburgh, by God, Pennsylvania. We're in West Virginia, by God, God's country, right? Now I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't know about those Steelers. There ain't no stealing going on down here in West Virginia. We're all about the Mountaineers. We're all about Marshall. We're all about to kick your butt all over this building. If I gotta beat you out there on the street, I'm gonna do it with these people's support. Go, Bobby, go! Go!
Well, the verbal exchange between Shane Douglas and Bobby Fulton is over. And this bunkhouse rules match is underway. Two legends of the ring squaring off here in the quarterfinals of this tournament. Exchanging right hands, and Bobby Fulton firing up right away in the corner. Snap there. Now using that chain that he brought to the ring with him to choke Shane Douglas. Nothing the referee can do in this situation. Anything goes. Head of Shane Douglas just bouncing off the apron, and he lands in the lap of one of the fans in the front row here in Marmette. This one's getting out of hand in a hurry. They're headed for the door. They're going to fight out into the streets of Marmette. out in the front of the building. Duking it out, Bobby Fulton and Shane Douglas. Douglas fires a few rights and slams Bobby Fulton head first into that brick on the side of the Marmet Recreation Center. Great work by our camera crew to stay with the action here in Marmet. As Fulton and Douglas find their way back to ringside, and Shane Douglas continues the assault on fantastic Bobby Fulton. Douglas choking out Bobby Fulton there. Now what's he got in mind? Douglas grabbing that trash can from It gives time for Bobby Fulton to recover, and he takes down Shane Douglas on the outside. Cover on a 2 for Bobby Fulton. He thought it was 3, and the fans here in Marmet certainly wanted it to be. As the bedlam continues here, bunkhouse rules again. That means anything goes. These two legends can fight anywhere in the building, and as they've already proven outside as well. Shane Douglas might be out here. Referee checks, and Douglas still conscious, so he's still in this match. Douglas goes to the eyes of Fulton, and that will allow Shane Douglas to go back on the offensive, but not for long. Fulton firing up behind those right hands. Now Douglas with a few of his own. Takes control. Bobby Fulton blocks him though and slams him head first on the apron. Over and over. And Douglas is stunned, and he goes down on the outside of the ring. Fulton has him in a precarious spot here. Bobby Fulton locks in the figure 4 on the outside floor. If Shane Douglas submits here, Bobby Fulton will advance in the tournament. Douglas's shoulders are down, and that's a 2 count for Bobby Fulton. I don't think Douglas realized right away that his shoulders were on the floor. Bobby Fulton's going after that ladder. Driving it into the midsection of Shane Douglas before just throwing it at the franchise. What a violent display from two of the very best here in Marmet at Lethal Limits. Once again, the chairs in the front row coming into play. Shane Douglas goes under the ring and finds a crutch. Drives it down on the throat of Bobby Fulton. Shoulders are down. Referee will have to count. Fulton able to get a shoulder up here. But Shane Douglas still has that crutch and slams it across the back of Bobby Fulton. The ever-confident Shane Douglas, admiring his handiwork here. As we go back inside the ring, Bobby Fulton doing everything he can to try and get to his feet. Shane Douglas with a knockout blow though, lateral press. And Shane Douglas will get the victory here in the Bunkhouse Rules match.
Franchise, Shane Douglas.
That's what the franchise has to offer.
Introducing first, Pure Trash Ron Mathis. And his opponent, Smoky C.
Our final first round matchup here in the No Holds Barred tournament will be a kendo stick match and show of respect between Pure Trash Ron Mathis and Smoky C, wielding those kendo sticks. They're gonna go right at it, both ducking under and then both losing the kendo sticks. Jackknife cover there by Ron Mathis. Backslide by Smoky C. He gets a 2 count. Small package from Mathis. Irish whip. Smoky C ducks under. Sunset flip. Mathis with a 2. Now Smoky C gets it all the way over and he gets a 2. Back and forth. Near fall exchange. What a display by Mathis and Smoky C. Kendo sticks yet to come into play here. Crowd fired up here. These are two perennial fan favorites in Marmet. Clean break there. Smoky C now with some offense. And he'll pick up a kendo stick and use it to knock Ron Mathis all the way to the outside. Mathis landing on his feet, however, and he now is wielding the kendo stick, and Smoky C looked like he was going for a suicide dive there. Mathis cutting him off right across the face with that kendo stick, and Smoky C has barely moved. Mathis going to work now on Smoky C. You have to imagine the winner of this kendo stick match here in the quarterfinals is going to be viewed as a favorite moving forward in the no-holds-barred tournament, as Mathis lands a massive right hand, dragging Smoky C back into the ring. And pumping up the crowd is Ron Mathis. Smoky fighting back now, though. Reversal by Mathis. Impressive power slam by Mathis into the cover. Kick out by Smoky C, but Mathis with a lot of momentum at this stage. That's Smoky C up. All the blood rushing to the head of Smoky C. Finally, he goes down, and Ron Mathis kips up. He could be closing in on a first-round victory. Mathis backs Smoky into the corner and goes once again for one of those kendo sticks that these two carried out to the ring. Smoky C out of the way. That could have been the death blow in this one, but Mathis will be able to continue his onslaught. Camel clutch applied, using the kendo stick across the throat of Smoky C for momentum. Perfectly legal in this contest. Referee right there in position. If Smoky C were to submit, that would have been the end of it, but Ron Mathis breaking the hold and once again trying to pump up the Marmet crowd as he picks up the kendo stick and goes to the second turnbuckle. Mathis flies, but is met with the right hand of Smoky C, and now Smoky has the kendo stick. Side Russian leg sweep with the assist from the stick. 1, 2. Very, very close to 3 for Smoky C. What a display from Smoky C and Ron Mathis here in what is our final matchup of the tournament to crown the no-holds-barred champion. Smoky C went for the double stomp from the top. Mathis out of the way, catches Smoky C, drops him into the cover, and a very near fall for pure trash Ron Mathis, who could be closing in on punching his ticket to the semifinals. Smoky C blocks the kendo stick, knee to the gut. Drops Ron Mathis into the lateral press. And I thought that was all. Ron Mathis barely getting the shoulder up. These two have taken so much out of each other. That's what this no holds barred title means. Smoky C once again with the kendo stick. He'll be the first to his feet. Mathis, trying to get to the ropes. Drops Smoky with that jawbreaker. And now Mathis has the other kendo stick. And he goes to the leg of Smoky C, but Smoky returns fire. We've got a back and forth here. Mathis and Smoky C swinging on one another here. Smoky ducks under, hits Mathis in the head, but Mathis returns fire, and down go Ron Mathis and Smoky C. Mathis wise to roll over off of his shoulders, but both fighters still down. Mathis gets to the corner and gets to his feet, but Smoky C does as well, and now they back right up into each other. Schoolboy by Smoky C, and the three, that's it. Smoky C gets the best of Ron Mathis.
Your winner, Smoky C.
Great show of sportsmanship by Ron Mathis after a highly contested quarterfinal match. Smoky C will move on to the semifinals.
Introducing first the challenger, Jason the Gift Kincaid. And his opponent, he is the reigning, defending AIWF Heavyweight Champion, Eric Darkstorm.
Darkstorm, you beat before, do it again.
So we'll take a break from the No Holds Barred tournament for what promises to be an absolute classic. AIWF Heavyweight Championship on the line. The champion, Eric Darkstorm, defending against the challenger, Jason the Gift Kincaid. These two certainly familiar with one another. Acrobatic as always is the Gift. Jason Kincaid, arm drag out of it by Eric Darkstorm. Certainly expect to see a very evenly matched contest, well scouted as it were. Darkstorm with that top wrist lock, wrenching the arm of Kincaid, doing everything he can to get out of it. Headstand, cartwheel, whatever it takes. Very creative reversal by Jason Kincaid, and a little posturing to boot. Kincaid rolls to the outside and has a little fun with the fans in Marmette, perhaps trying to get in the head of the AIWF champion, Eric Darkstorm. Kincaid back in, standing switch by Darkstorm, and a little flash of his own into that side headlock now. Shot off by Kincaid. Shoulder tackle takes down the Gift, and the champion is going to pick the pace back up again off the ropes. Monkey flip reversed. And both men landing on their feet, and show of respect, or so we thought. Kincaid with the boot to the gut of the unsuspecting champion Darkstorm, who takes down Kincaid. Darkstorm is looking to go to work on the arm and shoulder of Kincaid there, but the Gift escapes and gets to the outside for a bit of respite. Referee counting here. Kincaid finally back inside the ropes. Impressive exchange. Wrestling on the mat. I have to expect offense out of just about anywhere when you're across the ring from Jason Kincaid. This time the boot of Kincaid is caught by Darkstorm into that clothesline and a takedown by the AIWF champion. Irish whip now and a drop kick lands flush. Arm drag follows, and Eric Darkstorm going to work on his challenger, Jason Kincaid. Punishing the shoulder there of Kincaid. Kincaid very, very tricky to deal with there. Gets out of that shoulder hold and now flies in. Cannonball drop kick in the corner, and the challenger will take the upper hand. Taking the boots to the champion Darkstorm in the corner. Referee admonishes Kincaid, who flies in. Kincaid firmly in control here, perhaps looking to close in on a championship victory. Goes for the cover, but Darkstorm immediately up, not allowing Kincaid to hook the legs and pin down the shoulders. Darkstorm fighting back now, right forearm. But Kincaid looking to maintain the upper hand, pump kick. Takes Darkstorm all the way to the mat. What's Kincaid got in mind here? Leg drop on the apron. Kincaid locks those fingers and has a torturous hold cinched in. If Eric Darkstorm submits here, we will have a new AIWF champion. Darkstorm fighting up to his feet though. Looking to escape this hold. Backs Kincaid into the corner. Thunderous chops by Eric Darkstorm across the chest of his challenger. Sleeper hold applied now by Jason Kincaid, center of the ring. Darkstorm very quickly out of it, and Darkstorm went for the sleeper hold there, but it was broken up immediately by the challenger Kincaid, and that opening allows Kincaid to retake the advantage in this championship affair. Picking up Darkstorm by the ears and landing a chop of his own. Now a second lands flush. Darkstorm on spaghetti legs in the corner, but he ducks that chop and goes to work on Kincaid. I think all that did was fire up the challenger. Asking for another, he blocks it and goes to the eyes of the AIWF champion. Double underhook. Suplex now into another submission hold. Leg scissors applied by Jason Kincaid. Into the lateral press and gets a near fall, but is not allowing Darkstorm any separation. Pressing the arm and the shoulder down, another 2 count for Jason the Gift Kincaid. Both men to their feet now as the champion Darkstorm fires back, blocks the right of Kincaid and unloads. Reversal by Kincaid into the corner. Roll through by Darkstorm. Kincaid out of the way though. Looking to pick up Darkstorm for the slam, ducks under the kick. We've got a back and forth exchange here. Who's going to take the upper hand? Back elbow by Darkstorm. Clothesline takes down Kincaid. Now Eric Darkstorm firing up. Plants Kincaid face first and gets a very near fall. Kincaid with the spin kick after escaping the clutches of Darkstorm, and we're right back to the back and forth exchange. As predicted, evenly matched here. Darkstorm catches the boot of Kincaid, but Kincaid comes off the ropes. What a belly-to-belly release by Darkstorm. Now hits that roll through Enziguri, takes down Kincaid. 1, 2. Shoulders up, Kincaid. Still in this fight for the AIWF Championship. Darkstorm calling for the end of this one now as Kincaid makes it back to his feet. Full Nelson broken up by Kincaid as he sends Darkstorm face first into the top turnbuckle and then grabs the tights, sending him into the middle turnbuckle. Great agility coast to coast by Jason Kincaid. Could we see a new AIWF champion? Boston Crab now, and Kincaid sits all the way back, cinching in the hold. Nowhere for Darkstorm to go. Kincaid readjusting here, but that allows Darkstorm to break the hold. Off the ropes. Caught by Darkstorm and dropped. Hook of the leg and another 2. Darkstorm can't believe it. He thought that was all it was going to take to put away Jason Kincaid. What an impressive back and forth championship matchup here at Lethal Limits. Kincaid makes his way under the bottom rope and to the outside, perhaps escaping the attack of Darkstorm. Oh my goodness. Kincaid moved those steps over, and now we know why. Dumping Darkstorm over the top rope and face first off those ring steps. Darkstorm is down, and Kincaid is going after him and going after his AIWF championship. Kincaid throws Darkstorm back in, perhaps looking to close in on a victory here. Up and over, shoulders of Darkstorm are down, but Kincaid goes right back into that submission hold. Kincaid adjusts now. locking it in. Is Eric Darkstorm going to submit? Darkstorm reaching out for that bottom rope. Finally gets there. That'll break the hold, but the champion Darkstorm having to exert a lot of energy to get out of that predicament, and the challenger now feeling this moment. Exchange of short arm clotheslines by champion and challenger, but neither going down. Have to be impressed with the fortitude of both Darkstorm and Kincaid as they exchange blows. Both men land the kicks and both men go down. Referee will begin his count. I am not convinced that either fighter will be able to get back to his feet at this juncture. Kincaid to a knee and back up to his feet, but not for long. He stumbles out of the ring as Darkstorm on the inside, meanwhile, gets to his feet. He comes off the ropes, went for the suicide dive, but he's caught by Kincaid. That could be all. Kincaid into the figure four now. The champion Darkstorm clearly in a lot of pain here. Referee in great position, checking the shoulders of Darkstorm. Shoulders go down for a count of 2. Kincaid has it cinched in. Darkstorm's shoulders again down and again a 2. Is he going to turn it over? Not able to do it just yet, but he does this time. Reversing the pressure, but Kincaid right there at the ropes, breaking the hold. Both men to their feet, but showing the effects of a grueling championship affair. Darkstorm is going to perch his challenger Kincaid up on the top turnbuckle. Darkstorm lands this. That could be all she wrote. Kincaid blocks, though. Very, very precarious position for champion and challenger. Kincaid knocks Darkstorm down. Went for the double stomp. And he's caught by Eric Darkstorm into the crossface. Referee is right there. And Jason Kincaid taps out.
Your winner by submission and still AIWF Heavyweight Champion, Eric Darkstorm.
What a fight but Eric Darkstorm is still the AIWF heavyweight champion.
Introducing first, Mr. DT, Bruce Gray. And his opponent, Smoky C.
We move on to the semifinals of the No Holds Barred Championship Tournament. Smoky C and Bruce Gray in a chairs match. And steel chair already placed center of the ring. Have to imagine it will come into play very, very quickly as the winner of this contest moves to the finals later tonight. And a bit of a tug of war over the chair will begin. Both Gray and Smoky C trying to be the first to be able to use that chair. Gray backed into the corner now. They will simultaneously set the chair down. Gray puts his foot on top of that steel folding chair, and now they'll come to blows back and forth. Smoky C and Bruce Gray exchanging rights. Big impact on those forearm blows by Bruce Gray and Smoky C. Bruce Gray finally lands some flush blows, but Smoky C fights back and both men go down. Gray the first to get back to his feet. Smoky right behind, however. Irish whip by Bruce Gray. Smoky C ducks under the clothesline, and again, both men go down. Bruce Gray picking up a win over Sean Cruz in the first round. Smoky C victorious over Ron Mathis. As Smoky C flies in with a splash. Corner to corner, back body drop takes down Bruce Gray. And Smoky C has the first clear advantage of this contest as he is calling for the chair. Smoky C misses, and Bruce Gray will take advantage as he picks up the chair for the first time, and Bruce Gray misses. Chair bouncing off the turnbuckle, reverberating in the hands of Gray. Neither man able to land a blow with that steel chair thus far. Bruce Gray firing up now. Runs in, and Smoky C gets the chair up to block. And Bruce Gray runs right in. Smoky will go to work on Mr. DDT. A pair of right hands takes Bruce Gray down to his knees, and that allows Smoky C to go back for the steel chair and set it up in the corner opposite Bruce Gray. Clubbing blow by Smoky C now. Perhaps looking to drive Gray into that chair. Reversal by Gray, and the shoulder of Smoky C goes directly into the steel chair. Bruce Gray right there for the cover. Very near fall. Smoky C staying in this match, but a lot of damage done. Bruce Gray driving the chair now into Smoky C. Swings it overhead and connects across the back of Smoky C, and a little bit of a celebration from Bruce Gray now. And Gray is calling for the DDT, and if he lands that on that chair, I have to imagine he will move on to the finals. Smoky C, very aware of that as well, pushes Bruce Gray back into the corner, gets out of the clutches of Gray. Bruce has his foot. What's he got in mind here? Going for that chair again. Pressing it against the throat of Smoky C. Smoky doing his best to block it. Bruce Gray has that leg lock cinched in. Now referee checking the shoulders of Smoky C. Great strategy by Bruce Gray. Too much for Smoky C to worry about simultaneously, and now Gray lays the chair across the face of Smoky C and just stomps it in. Another cover here by Gray, and another two kick out by Smoky C. Both men back to their feet. Jawbreaker across the top of that steel folding chair that has been utilized by both Gray and Smoky C, and now Bruce Gray continues to celebrate, admire his handiwork, as it were. In the corner, Bruce Gray continues the offense on Smoky C. Clothesline. Dazes Smoky, and now a bulldog onto the chair. Immediately into the cover, hooks the leg, and another kick out. Smoky C, maybe on instinct alone, escaping that pinning predicament. Bruce Gray sets up the chair. What could be going through his mind here? What will it take to put away Smoky C and advance to the finals? But Smoky, as he gets to his feet, fights back. Irish whip reversed by Bruce Gray into the sleeper hold. Smoky C going down. Bruce Gray sits down in the chair. Smoky C could be out. Referee right there to check in. Bruce Gray has his sleeper hold cinched in. Referee communicating with Smoky, making sure that he is able to respond. Now he's going to check the arm. If that arm goes down 3 times, Bruce Gray will win this match and advance. Smoky C, though, comes alive. Smoky to his feet. Fights his way out of the sleeper hold, drop toe hold. Face first goes Bruce Gray into that steel chair, and both men are down. Could this be the opening Smoky C needs to get back in this match, to get back into contention for a spot in the finals of the No Holds Barred Championship Tournament? Swings the chair, misses Bruce Gray, and Bruce drop kicks the chair right into Smoky. 1, 2, and Bruce Gray can't believe it. Bruce Gray can't believe that Smoky C got his shoulders up. What is it going to take to crown a victor in this semifinal chairs match? Bruce Gray has the chair, and it looks like he's going to the top. That's exactly what he's going to do, but Smoky C is up to his feet. And Smoky C blocks Bruce Gray. I don't know that Bruce knows where he's at. Takedown by Smoky C, big boot, lands flush. Lateral press and a 2 count for Smoky C. Bruce Gray from behind with the schoolboy, he gets another 2 count. Smoky C just narrowly escaping defeat. Side kick by Bruce Gray takes down Smoky C once again. And once again, Gray is calling for the DDT. Bruce Gray puts the chair into position and will now attempt to get Smoky C up. Hang on just a second. What's he got in mind here? Bruce Gray will set the chair up now. He's gonna lay Smoky C. Oh my goodness, Smoky C gets out of it. Slams the chair into the face of Bruce Gray. Smoky C drops Bruce Gray onto the steel folding chair, puts the chair down, and it looks like he's gonna use it. Oh no, Smoky's going to the top. For good measure, Smoky C double stomp from the top. 1, 2, 3. Smoky C is going to the finals.
Your winner advancing to the finals of the tournament, Smoky C.
Bruce Gray did everything he could. Incorporated the steel chair, but it wasn't enough. Smoky C fights strong and goes to the finals of the No Holds Barred Championship Tournament. What a show of respect between two great fighters.
Look at this moron in a mask. I'm the real deal, he's the pretender. Stop the damn music. Now maybe you morons haven't understood me properly. I gave you information earlier. You are to stand on your feet when the franchise comes through that curtain. The reason being, I've earned my respect in the business. With more titles than I can count. Saving the business, you ought to be thanking me for that. And still, this idiot with a mask sits on his ass. If you want me to come out there and whoop the shit out of you, I can do that. Looks like Mama there behind you would give up a better fight than you would. What are you tipping, sweetheart? 400? 400? I ain't never wrestled a super heavyweight in my life. I'm 237. I bet these people in this town pay lots for it, don't they? Just the kind of woman you want to take home tomorrow. Is that the kind of woman you build down here in Marmette? Is that the kind of women right there that Charleston and West Virginia produce? Now I told you when I was whooping Bobby Fulton's ass to show me respect and you didn't do that. Now we got another match out here. A bull rope 4 corners match, right? Well, guess what? ECW. See the ring the bell right now. If these idiots just get on their feet. Get on your feet. I said get on your feet. Number one. One has 4 teeth, Creighton brains, and an IQ of 37. The front row of professional wrestling match, especially in Marmette. Hey, I'm done out here running these jackasses down. Get big boy out here so I can whoop his ass and get out of here and get on my way to that title. Hit his music! Two things. Nobody told me this guy was this big. And the second thing, are you kidding me? You give an idiot like this a nobody an ovation, you stand on your feet and you snip your asses twice. Like I said, IQ is 37.
Well, Smoky C has already stamped his ticket to the finals of the tournament. And he will either face Shane Douglas or Drex Dyer, whoever comes out victorious in this bull rope match. But Shane Douglas refusing to put on the bull rope, and he's headed back to the dressing room. Shane Douglas perhaps having second thoughts about squaring off with Drex Dyer, but frankly, perhaps also just playing mind games. Well, now the bell has sounded. The referee is going to count Shane Douglas out. Douglas breaking the count and heading back to the outside. Again, I'm not sure if this is second thoughts from the franchise, or if this is simply mind games. Trying to get in the head of the younger, less experienced Drex Dyer. Finally, both men in the ring, both men tied to the bull rope around the wrist, and Shane Douglas not able to budge. Big Drex Dyer. That's what Drex thinks of Shane Douglas and his antics here. Seemingly unfazed by the innovator of extreme, the franchise Shane Douglas. Now we've got a collar and elbow tie up. Both men jockeying for position here. And it ends in a stalemate. Drex Dyer feeling very good about how that exchange went to start off this bull rope match. Again, the second semifinal in the No Holds Barred Championship tournament, as we have another tie-up. Shane Douglas getting the best of this one, but not for long. Drex Dyer backs him into the corner. Shane Douglas ducking under the top rope to avoid the big right fist of Drex Dyer, who won a chain match against Drew Denton Tolliver in the first round. Shane Douglas victorious in a memorable bunkhouse rules match over fantastic Bobby Fulton. Standing reverse switch by Shane Douglas, but that hold not doing much. Drex Dyer breaks it with ease. Shane Douglas feeling the effects of that. And now he'll start to touch the corners. The first fighter to touch 4 corners in succession wins in a bull rope match, and Shane Douglas trying to use his brains to sneak a victory, but Drex Dyer there to meet him corner to corner, and now takes down the franchise. And Drex Dyer is going to go for corner number 1. He makes it to corner number 2. Looks like he has a clear path to corner 3, but Shane Douglas very quickly up to his feet. Big right forearms by Drex Dyer takes the franchise down to his knees. Oh my goodness, I think Shane Douglas just hit Drex Dyer below the belt again, outsmarting the younger, less experienced Dyer. Now Shane Douglas going for the turnbuckles. That's 2. He'll get to 3. Can Drex Dyer stop him? He does, running in hard in the corner. Shane Douglas goes down, and now Drex Dyer will begin his trek around the ring, corner to corner. He gets to 1, he gets to 2. Not as much pep in the step of Drex Dyer as he gets to corner 3, but just barely. 1 more corner to go for Drex. Oh, and just before he got his outstretched hand to corner number 4, Shane Douglas using the bull rope to cut him off. Now Douglas has hit 2, now 3 corners. Does he have enough rope to get to 4? He does. Shane Douglas no longer wanting to play tug of war.
Shane Douglas.
He gets the best of Drex Dyer. He will meet Smoky C in the finals.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the American Heavyweight Champion, from parts unknown, the Golden Terror.
Introducing first the challenger. From Fulton, Tennessee, weighing 220 pounds, he is the WFS television champion, the ultimate athlete, David Anthony. And his opponent from parts unknown, accompanied tonight by his manager, the Good Doctor, he is the American heavyweight champion, the Golden Terror.
So this will be a last man standing match. Champion versus champion, the Golden Terror, the American heavyweight champion, attacking the ultimate athlete, David Anthony, from behind. Anthony is the television champion of the World Fighting Showcase. Only the American title on the line in this affair. The only way to win is to incapacitate your man until he cannot answer the referee's 10 count. And David Anthony fighting back here despite the underhanded attack of the Golden Terror. What a clothesline by the American heavyweight champion, taking down the ultimate athlete. A lot of torque on the top wrist lock there by the Golden Terror. David Anthony finds his way out of it, reverses into a top wrist lock of his own. Very impressive, as always, is the young man from La Follette, Tennessee. Golden Terror backs Anthony into the corner, regaining control in the early going of this last man standing match, clubbing right across the back of the ultimate athlete. The Golden Terror intimidating the official, allowing his manager, the Good Doctor, to get involved here. The big foot of the Golden Terror across the throat of David Anthony, taking the wind out of the television champion. So much heart and determination in the Ultimate Athlete there, as he is not backing down from the much larger American champion, the Golden Terror. Fists of Fury in the corner by David Anthony. Vertical suplex by the Golden Terror. Takes down Anthony. Terror pressing the jugular of David Anthony down across that middle rope. And again, a good doctor will get involved here. David Anthony out on the apron now. Golden Terror will again suplex the Ultimate Athlete, this time back into the ring. Hammers that right into the back, across the shoulder blades of David Anthony. What a punch in the corner by the Golden Terror. Irish whip, and David Anthony just runs right into a big golden wall that is the American champion. The referee will begin his count. Again, David Anthony will have to the count of 10 to get to his feet. And the Ultimate Athlete is back to a vertical base, but at what cost? He is certainly worse for wear after that attack from the Golden Terror, who continues the flurry of offense here now. Sunset flip by David Anthony. But the Golden Terror just drops all of his weight down on the chest. And David Anthony will his way back to a vertical base. He's going over to the corner, using the ropes. And he's back to his feet, but just barely. The Terror goes right back on the attack now. Running in with the splash. And looking for a second splash and landing it. Could he be going for a third now? David Anthony out of the way, staggering, but still on his feet. Drop kick sends the Golden Terror to the outside. But the Terror does not leave his feet to go down further than one knee. David Anthony pushing the Golden Doctor out of the way, the Good Doctor out of the way, trying to get to the Golden Terror. And the Terror throws David Anthony into that steel ring post. My goodness. After all the damage that's already been done by the American champion, he's not finished yet, driving David Anthony back first into the steel ring post. Not once, but twice. And again, just throwing the ultimate athlete into the steel post. Referee counting now. David Anthony in a lot of pain here.
Your winner and still WFS American Heavyweight Champion, the Golden Terror.
The size of the Golden Terror and the outside interference of the good doctor, too much for David Anthony on this day. Still the American Heavyweight Champion, the Golden Terror.
All right. I got Smoky C versus Rusty Shane, Kevin versus TJ. Cool, got a win. Yeah. Yeah, ref. Red bombs.
Introducing first, the franchise, Shane Douglas. And his opponent, Smoky C.
Main event time here at Lethal Limits, and this is what it's all about. This night has all led to this moment. The WFS No Holds Barred Championship hanging high above the ring. The franchise, Shane Douglas, and the hardcore legend himself, Smoky C, will race to be the first to climb a ladder, grab that championship, and become the first ever No Holds Barred champion. Marmet, West Virginia, firmly behind Smoky C, and Shane Douglas wants a show of respect and sportsmanship here. after everything he's had to say about this Marmet crowd and the state of West Virginia here tonight, I'm not sure that it's in Smoky C's best interest to shake the hand of the franchise.
I'm trying to be a babyface here.
Shane Douglas now still wanting to shake the hand of Smoky C despite the crowd being once again very much behind Smoky C here in the finals. And Smoky's got the hand of Shane Douglas and he's biting it. Now he goes into the right hands, taking it to the franchise here. What a series of offense from Smoky C here, starting off the finals of our one-night tournament.
Smokey, bring him over here. Hey, Smokey,
Now choking the franchise, Shane Douglas with that cable on the outside of the ring. Slamming Douglas face first into the ring steps. Not relenting one bit is Smoky C as he stomps the hand of Shane Douglas on the outside. Smoky C flies off the apron with that axe handle blow. Shane Douglas goes down and Smoky C grabbing that crutch, pulling Shane out from under the ring and just laying the boots to the franchise here. Much to the delight of this Marmet crowd here at Lethal Limits. What a blow using that crutch is Smoky C. Little insult to injury by Smoky there. Still on the outside of the ring. And for the first time, Smoky C is going for the ladder. He's going to put it inside the ring and try to make his way up towards the No Holds Barred Championship. Shane Douglas now finding his way back into the ring as well. That, at least for the time being, is going to keep Smoky C from setting up a ladder. Meanwhile, a second ladder has been introduced by the franchise. Smoky C looking to use that ladder as a weapon, and he swings it and takes down Shane Douglas. Reckless abandon by Smoky C here. With that ladder around his neck. Ladder set up middle of the ring. Smoky C took one step up, decides better of it, comes back to Shane Douglas in the corner. Setting up that second ladder. And what's he got in mind here? Flies in, splashes into the ladder. Drives it into Shane Douglas, but does some damage to himself as well. Smoky C back to his feet. He has the ladder set up. Can he climb up and grab the no-holds-barred championship? Shane Douglas stirring. Smoky C again thinking better of climbing the ladder, but Shane Douglas meets him. Smoky C down now after a ladder shot to the gut and several right hands. Shane Douglas could be closing in on the WFS No Holds Barred Championship. That's exactly what the franchise is thinking here as he finds his way to the bottom of that ladder. Can he get to his feet and climb up? Shane Douglas now trying to pull himself up. Hang on a second. Smoky C climbing on the back of Shane Douglas. He's on the shoulders of Douglas, and he's got the championship.
Your winner and the new WFS champion,
What an effort by Smoky C to get Bundles Drex Dyer out to celebrate with the new WFS No Holds Barred champion. Shane Douglas can't believe it. Smoky C getting 3 big wins in one night here at Lethal Limits to become the first ever No Holds Barred champion here in the World Fighting Showcase. And this crowd here in Marmet is loving every second of it. Shane Douglas still in disbelief inside the ring. The celebration begins for Smoky C.
You know, it's been a long night. I went up against some of the toughest competitors that this state has to offer. Yeah. And on top of me being 2 of the best in the state, ladies and gentlemen, I just beat the franchise. And I heard the Woody chants. As much as this belt is for the man Woody, legit guys, this belt is for all you guys. Get a better without you. Thank you.
What a great night here at Lethal Limits for everyone at the World Fighting Showcase and our affiliate WFS Mega Pro. My name is Dallas Danger, and until next time, fight strong, everyone.